Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome to another FIFA 13 Career Mode episode number 9, I believe it is we're on. And as you can see from the title, it's not going to be an episode filled with amazing goals and great wins, as I went on a really bad string of form here. And it started off with Newcastle, and I've actually got four games for you this episode, as I wasn't scoring an awful lot of goals. So we'll just see the results as they go along. But as you can see, we start off against Newcastle. We shift the team around a bit. Maybe that was what kind of hindered me in the sense. I put Yesil on instead of Muriel, as I thought Newcastle at home, they're a good team, but at home I should be the one taking the 3 points away from this game, and I thought it was an opportunity to rest my 3 players. And early on I was creating chances, I was doing pretty well, but Newcastle, in all fairness to them, they defended really nicely, and that's just a real nice ball. And they got a bit of luck off the rebound there, and it's actually Jonas Gutierrez who puts me 1-0 down. So I was trailing already in the first half, and it took until the 76th minute before I could even get my next chance. I thought I started pretty strongly, but then it turned out Newcastle kind of shut me out from there on, and a chance cleared there, and we had another chance from the throw in here, but we didn't make the most of it, as Luis Suarez took on a couple of players and had a dig, but it didn't quite manage to go in, even though he had a pretty nice mazy little run, and it got cleared in the end. And that's actually how the game ended, despite this incredible opportunity which I completely put to waste with Muriel. Look at that for a miss. I could not believe it. What a chance to pick up that 1 point right at the end there, but the score ended 1-0 to my complete dissatisfaction, and that's 3 points dropped that really didn't need to be dropped. I guess it might have been the fact that I was resting players. I had players like Acidi and Yesil on, but I'm not going to use it as an excuse, as I just played pretty crap. But we had an international friendly, just an international break coming up, so that was a chance for our players to get rested, to come back a stronger team. That would be after this Wigan game, that is. As you can see, it's an important fixture after that, which is Chelsea, so hopefully they could get a big long rest and then come back full fitness, ready for a Chelsea game, which was no doubt going to be a real difficult game. And then we had another home game against yet another, I'm not going to say poor team, just a team that really, with the players we have, we should be winning that 3 points pretty easily. Again, it was another thing with stamina. A lot of players were quite tired, as we had a bit of fixed congestion, which is why I was thankful of this international break coming up. But nonetheless, we had a good starting 11 to put out there, but it didn't seem to make a difference. There's a real nice through ball there to Bizzelli, who put in a ball for Di Santo. Heads it straight past Reina, who these past couple of games really hasn't been that great for me. He's let a couple of pretty key opportunities slide, or a couple of really easy chances to save, and he hasn't quite done it. But we do equalise with Danny Sturridge, again one of those sweaty goals, but at this stage I was pretty desperate. I needed the goals. I didn't really care how I got them or where they came from. So 1-1 just as we go into half time, but they came out straight away, and look at that for a through ball. Look at that for poor goalkeeping, and that's 2-1. Enriquez, is that, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the guy on loan from Man U? I'm not sure, but poor keeping from Pepe Reina, as he couldn't gather it in quite there. And look at the space they had. It was just, the defending was poor on my part, I have to be honest. I missed a couple of tackles, as Enriquez just skilled my guys a couple of times, and it ended up being 3-1 as a goal that looked a bit offside to me, but he slipped it past Reina nonetheless. You got to play to the whistle, which is exactly what they did. So in the 75th minute I trailed 3-1, and that's actually how the game ended. So an away loss to Wigan Athletic, and I was on a bit of a rage at the moment, but nonetheless I wanted to continue playing, and that's just what I did, despite being a bit pissed off. So hopefully I could pick up the form despite that. But Andre Wisdom actually came to discuss his wages. He felt he should be paid a bit more. I think he was only on £6,000 at the moment, so if it was a small raise, then I'd be happy to do that. I think he asked for something like £9,000, which I'm more than happy to play. I do like Andre Wisdom as a player. He's got good pace and he's got good strength, so an extra £3,000 a week isn't going to kill me by any means. So we just offer him that contract, and hopefully he'll come back and accept that. But as you can see, he didn't, and it was actually the contract length that he wasn't too keen on. I only added 1 extra year to what he was asking, but He said no, that's too long, so I'll have to go back to that in the future. I do get a manager offer from Russia, and you know, Russia are a real nice team. They've got a lot of strong players. I think they got quite an old team though, unfortunately. And again, it was just one of those where in my first season, I wasn't going to go into international management unless it was for, you know, a real strong team, like a real good team. A team that I want to hold out for is actually Belgium. I think they have a fantastic team. So if Belgium came in, then yeah, I'd definitely give them a go in international management, see how that went. But we start the game against Chelsea here, and we just miss key opportunities. Again, it wasn't a case of not creating chances. It was a case of not putting them away, and I was pretty wasteful. And past the half-hour mark, they were just piling a shit ton of pressure on me. So maybe I was going to regret that, missing a few opportunities that I had in the first half. But I got away with absolute murder here as Torres hits the bar, and I don't know who that was, but he just slid it past the post and almost shat my pants right there. But Reina was on a bit of form this game, luckily. He's kind of turned his form around from that previous time, just before the international break. And we managed to earn ourselves a 0-0 draw away from home at Chelsea. That's not a bad result at all. Obviously, I do need to start picking up these 3 points as I've dropped off the pace a bit, and I'm actually sinking down the table pretty quick. So I wanted to pick up those 3 points, but it wasn't the case. Now I had to take away a draw, which isn't a disaster by any means away from home from Chelsea. But this is another away game against Swansea. Again, a team. Maybe not so in FIFA, but a team that in real life we should be beating. Although this season they've been on pretty nice form. They're not an easy team to play away from home, but with the calibre of players I've got, I was definitely looking to win this game and pick up the 3 points for myself. Ugh, excuse me. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was just a couple of days after the Chelsea game as well, which is not what you want. As we did have that long break and then 2 games in the space of 3 days, which is kind of annoying. I don't see why they couldn't have maybe just shifted it a couple of days back. But less complaining about that and more concentration on the game as we actually go 1-0 down thanks to De Guzman. So it took until the 65th minute. 5th? I got a lift. 65th minute until we got our next opportunity. Luis Mario. God, I can't actually talk. Luis Mario plays it to Suarez, and Danny Sturridge hits an absolute belter from just the edge of the box. And in the 64th minute, we managed to pull it back to 1-1. Hopefully from here we could push on and win the game. But it wasn't to be, as in the 85th minute, they didn't give me an awful lot of time to respond, as Pablo Hernandez, who by the way I think is an exceptional player, Swansea did really well to get him. And he just buries it in the bottom right hand corner. Reina probably could have done better, but no complaints there. And the game actually finished 2-1, so that is 1 point from 4 games, and a massively disappointing run of fixtures. And hopefully in the next episode I'll be able to turn it round. But we are coming to the end of the episode, guys, so if you've enjoyed this poor show from myself and enjoyed watching me getting dicked on, then please do hit that like button and hit that sub box. And until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.
Barclays Premier League, Aston Villa